Hi everyone. Okay, this is a video for a complete beginner. You've never ever done yoga before. You think yoga is boring, you think yoga you need to be flexible, all those things. But right now, you're at home and you think, oh, God, I'm going crazy, what can I do? Okay, maybe this. Close your eyes. Come into a cross-legged position or any sitting position where your back is nice and straight and hopefully your hips are higher than your knees. But mainly just to have the back nice and straight. It could be like this. It could be that you sit on your heels, or it could be that you simply bring the feet on the floor, lift the shoulders back and down, and sit just like that. However way you sit, close your eyes, and just simply bring the attention into your breath. The interesting thing about the breath is that the moment you bring the attention to it, the breath slows down instantly. So just simply watch your breath. We use the nose for breathing, we use the mouth for talking. So the breath is in and out of your nose. See if you can create a pause after your inhale, and then a pause after your exhale. Do that 3, 5 times. And then you open your eyes. And you're going to bring your hands in front of you. And this is cow, this is all fours position. You have your wrist and your shoulders in line, your knees and your hips in line. You look between the hands. As you're here, if you really press the knees down and pull up the pelvic floor and look down, then you're using your core especially. And one way that I use for using the core just like this is you bring your hands onto your belly and just press back. Suddenly the pelvic floor is engaged, and do the same with your rib cage. Bring your hand on your rib cage and imagine just bringing the rib cage back. Suddenly your whole back is engaged, you are looking in between the hands. Okay, from here, start walking both hands towards the right. And you go as far to the right as is appropriate to you. But keep the knees where they are. You're going to feel a nice extension on the left side of your body. Go as deep or as light as is appropriate, but keep the knees where they were. Then slowly, you simply walk the hands all the way to the other side. Feel the right side of the body this time, extending. Keep the elbows straight and just go as deep as appropriate. Stay there. Breathe. From here, you come back into the center again. You keep your hands and your shoulders in line, and then you look up. With your exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and arch the spine. And again, you inhale and look up. And as you exhale, you bring the chin towards the chest and arch the spine. And again, inhaling and look up. And exhaling, bring the chin towards the chest and arch into the spine. This is really nice if you have any problems with your lower back, any pain on your back, anywhere. It was a very nice way to release it. When you bring the chin towards the chest and you arch the spine, press strongly onto the hands. You find as much space as possible. Once there, you move your hips from side to side. And just allow your body to breathe. And to breathe, and to breathe, and to breathe. Okay, from here, maybe you bring your left hand slightly to the left and pressing into the fingertips, try to bring your right shoulder up, bring your right elbow and bring your right hand. Maybe it's just the elbow, okay? Maybe it's just here. Feel the opening of the chest. Left and exhale, you can release. Do that 2 more times. Left and up. And again, we release. And again, bring the elbow and then up. From here, let's bring the hand on the floor. Slide to the right. And you do the same. Left arm all the way. And then release. And again, elbow and press the hands, you're tucking the toes under, and we're coming into the famous downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, keep the hands where they are, keep the inside of the elbows facing each other, and you find like an L shape between the first finger and the thumb. Press into that, lift the knees, and push as if you're pushing with the hands. The buttocks is going back, up towards the ceiling. And at first, stretching the legs is not much point. Just simply keep the knees bent, bring your buttocks up so you feel a really nice stretch on your upper body. This is fine, this is fine. Eventually, you might be able to start straightening one leg and then straightening the other, and it feels really nice. Do this slowly, just feel how it feels. This is just for you. So feel the stretch on the back of the legs. And the back of the legs. This video is also good for people that are older. Even though it shouldn't have to be done slowly, because from sitting to standing, from standing to going on the floor, it can be quite hard work. Okay, from here, in whatever way you can, we're walking the hands either towards the legs or the legs towards the hands, pressing to the feet, and look, this feels really nice. So the knees, and we just roll all the way up. Come up and up and up and up and up. Okay, lifting, one way of how to stand. This is one of the best way of using core, just by standing. So you lift the toes, you spread the toes nice and wide. Bring your waist towards the heels. The moment you do that, your inner thighs and your buttocks and your legs are engaged. You feel it? So press into the heels. Your belly is in. Your rib cage is engaged. Again, this movement. Click. Engage the body just by bringing one hand to the front and one hand into the back. Make sure the whole center is engaged. So into the heels, into the back, shoulders back and down, hands by the side of the body. Stay low. This is called Samastitihi. Okay, so we are from here with the toes in, the heels out, everything is strong. Raise the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. With your exhale, bring the hands towards the chest and the chin towards the chest. Again, inhale and raise the hands. Exhale, hands to chest, chin to chest. One more, inhaling as you raise. With your exhale, soften the knees, folding forwards. Come all the way down. Now, keep the knees bent, roll all the way, and it feels really nice onto the upper body. Raise the hands up. Exhale, hands to chest, chin to chest, roll all the way down, keep the knees soft. Keeping the knees soft, rolling all the way up. Raise those hands towards the ceiling. Again, hands to chest, chin to chest, roll all the way down. Pressing onto the feet, rolling all the way up. Good. Now from here, we fold all the way forwards. As you get forwards, it could be that your hands are on the floor. It could be that your hands are on your shins. Let's see if you lengthen the spine. And when you say lengthen the spine, you want to have your hips and your shoulders and your head in one line. Your belly and your rib cage are engaged. Shoulders are down, you look forwards. And you feel the whole body is nice and strong. Maybe the hands are on the thighs, that's also fine. Press onto the feet. Now from here we soften the knees. Press the hands onto the floor. And step one leg all the way back. Okay, we're going to do some standing poses. So, for the standing poses, like triangle pose, you want to have one foot forward, the right toes are in. Ideally, you keep the legs on one line, but actually, if you have tight hips, which is a lot of people, you bring your left foot maybe to the left and make the right foot slightly to the right. So the surface is wider. Bring the body to face in front. And for me, my body doesn't move quite like that. So I just move it. So bring your hands to the side. And you just, the moment you see your hands forward is because the body is forward. So do that. Everything engaging here. Click, engage, engage, engage. One hand back to the side, the other hand to the side. The tendency is to have your shoulders there. Click. Okay, a good way of releasing that is you turn the palms up and look at the shoulders. Yeah. Actually, this comes from Amy Hughes. And now you turn the hands down, you look at your left hand. From here, imagine your hands going like an aeroplane. And imagine this left hand really going down. Right hand is going all the way up. You press strongly onto the feet. Squeeze your inner thighs. Again, your belly stays in. Your left hand keeps reaching down. If you press against the left foot, it doesn't matter if it's the inner thigh, the floor, but you press, suddenly you start activating the arms as well. Keep reaching the hand. If the neck feels good, then you look up. If it doesn't feel good, you look down. Feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Good. Now, from here, inhaling and up. With your exhale, warrior two. So those are kind of classic poses, okay? Warrior two, you have your knee and your ankle in line. Your legs wider, so much wider, as wide as you can. The outside of your right foot is in line with your mat. So, yes. And you feel this inside of the leg really working. Bring the body again, all the way forward. So you just do this with your hands on your rib cage, so everything stays there. Keep the leg there. Feel the inside of the left leg working. This is adductors. You want this strong. There's a tendency of doing this. If you do this, you end up with bad knees. So you do yoga and you have meniscal problems. You do not want that. So for those, simply look at your leg. If that leg does that, my advice would be turn the left to the left, keep going there, down, stretch. So this is a lovely, oh my God, there's a fox in my garden. Unbelievable. Wow. That's kind of, I don't know, feel like home, darling. Okay, roll the shoulders down, roll, 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 roll. Belly in, disengage, shoulders in here, and you stay. And you stay, and you stay. And if you have that tendency of the shoulders there, get used to palms up, shoulders down, and then turn them again. Keep looking your left at your left hand. Keep your belly in, keep pushing. Here you really need to push into your right heel. Okay, extended side angle, you will bring your elbow to your knee. You keep your body nice and open. You bring your right hand up. Let's reach all the way overhead. And now you're going to feel a really lovely lengthening on the right side of the body. Keep your left knee and ankle in line. Keep pushing to the outside of your right heel. You don't have to stay still in the pose. I know the younger people will say that, but I don't. And move, because actually the more you breathe, the more you feel, and the more you start releasing. So play a little bit. So press the elbow against the knee, lengthening here. Keep reaching forward. Maybe look down, maybe look up. Find the thing that works. Okay, from there, I'm going to do some kind of twist. Well, first of all, bring the toes in, both toes in, hands to the hips. Bring your buttocks back, belly in. Bring the body forward. Ideally, we have everything in one line. Okay, my back curves, which looks good, but it's not good. Because if you're not aware, you end up always collapsing and having lower back problems. So my way of working with this is I bring my hand onto my belly and rib cage and arch it, so until you feel the whole back is straight. So if you're one of like me, do that. Bring the hands on the floor. You press in here. It doesn't matter if your hands are there. You might need blocks. And place the hands underneath. Bend the elbows, shoulders down. And now, if you can, bring your back, hands as far back as you can, and allow your head to release. Which I really like in here. Lean onto the toes as much as you can. What you try to do is to keep the legs straight. Maybe bring the hands behind the head, the elbows together, and if you have any problems with your neck, that feels totally amazing. And if you're very inflexible, your body might not be as far as that, and it doesn't matter. So I'm afraid if you live like flexibility is one of those that just comes with time. I couldn't touch my toes when I started doing yoga 15 years ago or so. So that was my biggest achievement. You do yoga all the time, you end up like me. But this is kind of conclusion of I live on my mat. So just simply practice. Another one before we go to the other side will be a twist. So I'm going to change legs mainly because I want you to see me. So for a twist, you bring the hands in there, you bring your leg back, you drop the knee, and bring the legs nice and wide, and bring one hand to the inside of your foot. You lift the other leg back, push your heel back, keep the knee and the ankle in line, and then bring your arm all the way over. So here, I have my right knee forwards. Keep your right knee forwards, your left heel back, bring your arm all the way, reach up. You're going to feel this, lengthening the whole side of your body. Hopefully that's enough. You stay here. And you move, and you move, and you move, and you move. Okay. For another twist, you can always drop the knee on the floor. And now you have like a zigzag legs. Tuk, 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 tuk. Bring the arms all the way up. You bring the hands towards your chest. You keep the hands into a prayer. You try and bring that prayer, that elbow, to the outside of the knee. As you do that, you start lifting the body. The idea that you have both shoulders in here in line. Press the elbow against the knee. There's a lot of doing this in lots of classes, which is good, but most people are like that and they are doing nothing. So press the elbow, lengthen. This is what we are aiming, is the whole side of the body. This stays in line, and you use the elbow against the knee to increase the stretch. Hands there, belly in, and you breathe, and you breathe, and you breathe. Okay. So those are a few standing poses. You could pause this video and then do exactly the same on the other side. And then a little sitting pose. Let's just do a couple, okay? So we can do butterfly pose. So you bring the soles of the feet together, the knees down, you lift the chest, you bend the elbows, and if possible, you try and fold forwards. And depends. If your piriformis, which is a muscle that goes along the buttocks, is really tight, those knees are gonna be here. For that, we can do another video, but right now, so maybe here, you can just go up and down, maybe you fold, maybe you bring the hands behind the head, the elbows together, stretch the back of the neck. I really like that one, but it's because I always have problems with my neck. So, maybe here. Of course, from here you can open the legs nice and wide. And so, wherever you are, I think that's enough, thank you. You might bring the hands behind, lift the pelvis, and go a little deeper. Now, I want you to feel it here, again onto those adductors. If your back does that, then most likely you need a block. So you sit on something, and when you sit on something, it's actually nicer. And from here, you can either simply fall forward slightly, which is going to increase this adductor stretch and hamstrings. Or if or just stay here. For some people, this is second nature. You might just want to go all the way down. So if you are one of those, great. You might want to bring the hands behind and push forward and roll the shoulders down. That's also good. Anything goes. Really, anything goes. If you feel it in here on the back of the leg, then you are doing it. From that, then you do a bit of a back bend, and that just balances the body. And a back bend, you can bend the knees, bring the hands behind. If you come to my classes, you'll always do back bends. I love back bends. But let's keep it very, very simple. And you bring the hands by the side, you roll the shoulders down, and you lift the pelvis up. And in here, try to walk the feet towards the buttocks, hands under the body. Bring your hands closer to the feet. And now, walk shoulder blades towards each other and lift a little higher. And lift a little higher. And your belly is in and squeeze your inner thighs. And keep lifting and lifting and lifting. And you'll hold that for 3, 5 counts if you wish. And you'll do that probably 3 times. And then slowly, you release. And from here, you lift the legs, you flex the toes, you close your eyes, and you bring the hands maybe into your belly. And this is a very nice inversion, because your feet are higher than your heart. Again, stay here. You want to go deeper, coming to shoulders down, where you bring the legs up towards the ceiling. And then from there, you release. Either bring the feet into again butterfly position or stretching the legs, hands by the side, roll the shoulders back and down, close your eyes and stay there and allow your body to just rest. And that's the end of my beginner's introduction. Thank you so much. I hope you feel a little better. Namaste.